Good morning to everyone. In this lecture, I can show you how to use input-output functions in Python. Okay. First, we are discussing the output function in Python. Output function in Python. Okay. So here I'm discussing under the Python version 3. That's why the output function in Python 3 we are using the print function. In the print function. The print function is used as an output function in Python. Okay, the purpose of this the output function is to display the output on the screen. To display the output on the screen, we are using the this print function. The main purpose of this one is to display output on the screen. Output screen, we are using the print function. Okay, so the simplest syntax of the print function is, let us be discussing with some examples. Okay, so now uh, I'm using the Python version 3, that's why Python 3. Okay, so print of, I'm given as some hello world. Print of hello world. Okay, so output is a hello world. So what we are specifying in the single quote or double quote, okay, that can be given as the output as a print function. Okay, so this hello world we can also specify within the single quote, or also we have to specify it as double quote. Okay, so we are specifying the string may also specify in a single quote, or also called as a, or also specified as a double quote. Okay, so print of hello world. So another variation of print function is, for example, a equals to, I can assign some 10. Okay, then print. Okay, so the value of the value of a. Okay, the value of a is, okay, so comma. Okay, so that means the value of a is comma a. So what the value we are assigning for a? 10. Okay, so now output is the value of a is 10. The value of a is 10. Okay, so now it is the two ways to using the print function directly. What the message we have to specify within the double quote or single quote, that can be displayed as it is, and we have to display the string as well as with value. We are using the print function like this. The value of a is comma a. So in this a we are having the 10. That's why the value of a is 10 is displayed as the output. Okay, so this is the one way of using the print function. Okay. And also, if you want displaying output in more attractive way, okay, so we are also using the formatted strings. We are also using the formatting strings. So before discussing the format strings, let us see the syntax of print function. The syntax of the string function. Okay, so this is the syntax of print function. Okay, so the actual syntax of print function is print star objects, or also we can call it as some values. Okay, separator. Okay, by default is space is a separator, and equals to slash n. Each and every line ended with slash n by default, or we may also specifying some special is an object. Okay, that can be used where the value is displayed. By default is system.stdout, and also we have one more parameter called the flush parameter. Okay, so this is the actual syntax of the print function. Okay, so mainly we are using the values only. Okay, so sometimes we are also using separators. Let's discussing some examples. Print of 1 comma 2 comma 3, and it can display 1 2 3. By default the print function uses the separator is the space. If you want specifying any separator, let's see 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, okay, I have to use separator equals to, I have to maintaining a star separator where, then press enter. Let's see. So 1 2 3 can be separated with star, 1 star 2 star 3. By default each and every line can be ended with new line. We can also maintain a separator for end also. Let's see, end equals to, let's see, I have to specifying ampersand. Okay, then press enter. Let's see, 1 star, 2 star, 3. This is each and every number can be separated with star and ended with ampersand. Okay. Likewise, also we may using the print function. Okay. So by default, it can use my slash n. That's why if you're not specifying any separator as n parameter, then the cursor automatically comes to the new line. Okay. Otherwise, the cursor is at the same line only if you're using the n separator. Okay. So now that is the uh, another use of the print function. And another, you can also use the print function as output formatting. That means if you want displaying output in the attractive format, in the attractive way, okay, so we have to use the print function by using the str.format method. By using str.format method, this is a string. To the string, we have to concat the format function. Okay, let's see some example how we are using the str.format method in print function. Okay, let's see, x equals to, I have taken as some 10 or 10. Okay, y equals, I have taken as some 20. Okay, so then print of str dot format. In the str means string, a string I have to specify as the value of x. Okay, then curly braces, and value of y is, okay, curly braces. Okay, this entire can have to specified in a single quote. This can be treated as a string. Dot, I have to maintaining the format function. The format I have to specifying in this curly braces can be replaced by what the values I have to specify in the format function, x comma y. Where that means this x can be assigned to this curly braces, this y value is assigned this curly braces. That means the first curly braces can be replaced with 10, the second curly braces can be replaced with 20. Let's see the output. The value of x 10 and the value of y is 20. So likewise also we are using the print function. Clear? So we can also use the print function with uh, by using the format function. Okay, that is the one of the another use of the print function. Clear? And also we are also using the indexes also to display the print function. Let's see some examples. Okay, for example, print. Okay, for example, I love. Okay, in the curly braces, I am specifying some 0. Okay, and curly braces 1. Okay, this entire thing had specified as a string dot format of, okay, for example, I have to specifying Python, okay, comma, for example, Java. Okay, so then press enter. Sorry, Java is a string, that's why not given as single quote. Okay, enter. Here we can see. Okay, so I love, this 0 can be replaced with some Python. This one is replaced with Java. That means I love Python and Java. We can also maintain this value in reverse order. For example, sorry, Python. Here I have to maintaining the this index I have 1 and here given as 0. Then what can displace? This one is replaced with Java, this 0 is replaced with Python. Okay, that means these are the indexes. This is 0th index, this is the first index. Okay, then press enter. I love Java and Python. So by using the indexes also, we are by using indexes value, by using indexes also we may use a print function to display output in more attractive way. Clear? That is another way of using the print function. Okay, and also we may also use the keyword arguments to format the string. Let's say, for example, print hello name comma greeting dot format. Greeting can be I want to replace with good morning. The name I want to replace with John. Okay, then the output we're getting is hello John, comma good morning. That means here the name and greeting are keyword arguments. These keyword arguments can also used in print function. Clear? That is about the print function. Okay, and also we may also use the format specifiers. Okay, as like C programming in print function also. Let's see the example. Let's take now some x equal to some 12. Okay, so print, okay, the value of print the value of x. So the value of x is percentage b. This entire thing I have to specify as a string. Okay, then I have to given as say some percentage I want to maintaining value of x. Let's see, the value of x is 12. That means this percentage d can be replaced with this percentage x. Okay, we here must need to specify the percentage to a particular variable. Okay, the x contains the value 12. That's why the value of x is this percentage d can be replaced with this x, that is called as 12. Here we have to remember, here we are not specifying any dot or comma in between the string and this percentage variable. Okay, you have to remember that point. Here we are not specifying any dot are also called as the comma. If you're specifying a dot or comma, it can displace a error. That is different ways of using the print function in Python programming, by using the format specifiers or by using the formatted string or by using the which one, the normal way of representing the print function. Okay, let's see the another in another function in Python. There is called like input function, Python input function. Okay, so if you want take the input from the keyboard, if you want take input from the keyboard, we are using the input function in Python. Okay, the Python input function can be used to read the data from the user, or it can read the data from the keyboard. The syntax for input function is input of prompt. The prompt can be maintained. In the prompt we have to specify the string. It is optional also. It is a optional also. Let's see for example. Let's say for example x equals to, okay, so input of I had given as enter prompt. I have maintained as some enter number. Okay, it is a prompt is string type, that's why enter number, then press enter. Okay, so what we are giving within the parenthesis of input function, that can be displayed here, enter number. I have entered for example some 10. Okay, so now this 10 is assigned to variable x. 10 is assigned to variable x. Here one point you have to remember, by default the input function returns a string type only. By default the input function returns a string type only. That means if you can see the type of x, you can see the type of x. Okay, we may enter the 10, but the input function by default returns a string function. That's why the type of x becomes a string. Let's see, this is the type of x, that is called as str. Okay, and also we can see x, if given as x, you can see the 10 can be treated which one, string type. Okay, that's why if you want use this string function as an integer number, we have to use as some int of x, int of x. Then getting the value 10 of which type, integer type. Or if you want to read the input of a specific type, for example, if you want to read the value of x into of integer type, how to specifying as int of input, enter a number, enter a number. So here the input function can be displayed, reads an input from the keyboard. By default, it can returns a string type value, but here I can using the int typecasting. That means this value is converted into integer type. Okay, let's see. Then enter. So given as some 10. Okay, let's see the value of x now. See, x is now integer type only. Okay, so you have to remember to which type you have to read the data from the keyboard. It's better to mention that corresponding type before the input function. Okay, for example, if you want to read the value of some x as a some float type, from float of input, okay, of enter a number, enter a number. Okay, then I have to enter 23 point, for example, 43. Now you can see the y 23.43. If you're not specifying the float data type before the input function, this number we may entered as a float, but it can take as a string number. That's why the care must be taken before read the data from the keyboard or from the user. We have to first identify what type of data we want to read. If you want to read the integer type, it's better to specify int before the input function. If you want to read the float type, it's better to we must need to specify the float data type before the input function. Clear? So that is likewise we may also use the input function. Here the prompt is optional. It's not necessary to specifying the prompt. We can also read as, for example, you can also read as, for example, x equals to input. X equals to input. It's also else statement. Okay. Here it's not expecting any prompt. Then I have enter, for example, 20. Okay. Then x is 20. Or for example, x equals to int of input. Int of input. Okay. Then here it can read the input. The value is string type that can be converted into integer type. Then press enter. If I'm given as some 20, then x. Now x is integer type. Likewise, also we are using the input function. This is about the input output functions in